Alright, now let's go over the stats of the Nürnberg 44. This is the commander I'm currently running with it. As you can see, it's got greased gears, demolition, consumable specialist, adrenaline rush, which you should always go for, superintendent for 7 smokes, survivability, concealment for the detectability, and top grade gunner for like it increases the main battery reload speed while enemy ship is within your ship's standard detectability range. It's great because even through smoke, I think that does proc. Now we're gonna go over some stats of this ship, by the way. We're gonna take a look into it. What we get here is we get hull plating that is between 10 and 100 millimeters. Oh, it's not very great. As you can see, we got 20 millimeter side plating with little bits of 50 millimeter here. 10 millimeter superstructure, 16 millimeter front, bow, and aft. Isn't great. Boy is easy to citadel, I think. We do have a little bit of armor here. It continues through, but I'm not really sure what our citadel armor is. Can we have a deck slope of 25? You know, I don't think we can see the citadel. I'm trying, guys. Yeah, this is citadel armor, right? Oh, it's next to nothing. Well, you're gonna get citadel. That's what we're saying. We have 32,400 hit points with the HP flag and survivability expert. By default, you have 27,700. Fire durations are 30 seconds. We also have an armor belt of 50 mil, as you just saw. I am reading stats off now. I'm going to try and be a little more in depth in my reviews. Give you guys a little blip of it here and there. We do have 7% torpedo protection, which is whatever, right? It's there, I guess. So we have an overmatch of 10 millimeters on our AP. Wow. The guns are 150, 3x3, 1 front, 2 rear, 9.4 second reload. We have a 14.5 kilometer range. Our HE pens 38 millimeters and does 1800 damage with 14% fire chance. It's not too bad. Regular for German ships. Our AP is where everything's at though. 4100 damage, 960 meters per second. It's absolutely incredible. Let's take a look at this real quick here. So our ricochet is at 60 degrees, and the gun's Sigma, I think I have it here somewhere. Give me one moment. The Sigma of the guns is 2.0. I'm not going to touch the secondaries. Don't bother with those, my friends. Now we have 2x3 533 mil torpedoes, 9.5 kilometers reach, 14,000 damage, 65 knots. You can spot them 1.3 kilometers away. 80-second reload, which in my opinion is pretty good for a cruiser. Tier 7 or not, it's pretty good. Pretty good. They are very effective in some way. Our AA, I don't want to talk about our AA. Fine, we'll talk about our AA. There's some. We have one flag. Please don't avoid CVs as much as you can, okay? Like, the damage is horrible. We got 1 salvo. The continuous damage is 149. The flak is 1,120 damage, and it's only 4.6 kilometer range. 90% probability, but still. Our main top speed is 32 knots. You ready to see that? Ready? Here we go. And speed flag brings it to 33.6. Burning circle is 720. Rudder shift is 7.6. Now running concealment, we have a detectability of 9.5. This is concealment captain only, as you can't have the module. What is concealment without this captain skill? It's 10.5. So there we go. And here's the equipment we're running. We're running main armaments mod, just because that's the default. running a damage control. You can run engine room or run hydroacoustic. You have the coal. Aiming systems to tighten up the dispersion, and prop mod to help with the acceleration. Now here's our hydroacoustic. Detection of ships is 5.5, and detection of torpedoes is 3.8. Now we're gonna get back into some more action, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the stats on this ship. I will continue improving the quality of these reviews as we go forward. Thank you. Here we are, getting to some gameplay now. I'm gonna use some of the mechanics the ship has with it. The great HE pen that it has, as you can see, we're using it right now. To be fair, the York is a tier German cruiser, but I mean, let's get it done. So, some context for you guys. I got a wonderful comment on YouTube that pointed out that I should add a little more info and detail to my videos, and I couldn't agree more. I do think I was being a little lazy in regards to doing some more research before recording. So here we are now with a new beginning section of this video. I'm gonna have to re-upload this, but that's not a big deal for bringing you guys videos. So we're using the smoke here to freely fire upon the enemy. However, me looking at the minimap right now, realize I made a big mistake right here, as the smoke really was not required. Also, this guy is pretty much out of our range, so this is not exactly the greatest use of smoke or my positioning. I do have to also tell you guys that well, during this part of the gameplay, I was unaware about the AP perk because I just unlocked the ship and I was like, hey, I'm gonna play this right now. It's a new ship. Let's get a recording out. Let's put it out as soon as possible. But yeah, we did not stick to it very well. It seems like my voice may be a little low on the recording, but I want to go for a nice calming attitude towards this game, a nice inviting environment that brings you guys here and you're not like, man, this YouTuber, this person is very angry, very loud about the game. No, I just enjoy the game and I enjoy making the videos, and I'm gonna keep making them and keep making those improvements. And you guys can please keep dropping comments below letting me know what to do. I have not figured out how to add images yet to my videos. That's a future endeavor for me. If anybody in the comments down below knows how to do that, add like images and stuff like that, let me know. I'm using CapCut currently as I just found it the easiest to pick up and learn. I understand that Premiere is much better and DaVinci is better. I am talking like this over these clips because nothing big is really happening. We're just using the HE to show people down. We're just using our range, our guns, our ability to think and pick a target. What's going to happen next though is I believe I switch to AP and I'm going to test the AP out. I'm not 100% sure if this is the moment. No, this is the moment. Because there is a cut in my video that I see. We're going to switch to AP and we're going to show this guy what's up. It's an Auckland, right? Yes, it's Auckland. Look at that. Elbing AP doing its stuff. So remember guys, AP is the bread and butter of this ship. 100%. It is incredibly powerful, as you know from the stats I posted at the beginning of this video. Tanking is not its strength. I really messed up there. I really messed up here. As you can see, I should have kept accelerating, smoke or no smoke, because of my inability to make the choice there. I got hit by a torpedo I definitely should not have been hit by. Now this is going to be a showcase of the fact that this has longer range torpedoes than the regular Nürnberg. We're going to use them to some effect. The Scharnhorst is currently outside of the range of a regular Nürnberg torp. He does, I will admit, he does come within range that Nürnberg at tier 6 could torpedo him. So, this is not 100% a unique Nürnberg 44 situation. However, it is a situation showcasing how you can use torpedoes. And how the smoke helps you conceal yourself a very minimal distance. I do believe the smoke firing penalty is 4 kilometers on this ship, by the way. I haven't been able to find that info, and I don't remember looking at it in match. But judging by the caliber and my understanding of this game, it's between 4 and 4.5 kilometer distance. So now we're just using some HE to farm a little bit here. As you do, right? Everybody loves causing people to have fires on their ships. And these guns are pretty decently accurate. Again, we go over the stats at the beginning of the video. I do try to secure a kill there, but obviously I don't. Yeah. Again, the armor actually non-ironically came into play there because he overpenned us because our armor is still thin. Now we're gonna fire back at him, and we won't go straight through him because we have improved penetration, because that's what the Germans get. Actually, he's a German too, right? So we got really lucky. The fire chance is great on this thing, as we stated before at the beginning of the video. It is a quality ship. So, is it worth the event past doubloons? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's definitely a good free ship to get. You don't want to like squander your chance at getting it, because also getting that event pass level, you get another extra, I think 15, maybe 12 Santa containers, the small ones. That's like $20 right there. That's not bad. That's not bad at all now, is it? Alright guys, we're coming near to the end of this video because I'm doing a voiceover on this part. The overview of the ship was me recording live and speaking live, or reading from a sheet of information. Going forward, I will do my very best to continue that and go over that stuff with it ships. Ideally, I would like to have a little video playing in the corner displaying that info as we're getting into the start of a match. I'm running Gunther, so I mean we got that increased though. Look, we go down to 7.2 seconds. Still slower than the regular Nürnberg. Now here's an example of the advantage that smoke can bring you when facing superior firepower. The Manteuffel is a tier 9 German heavy cruiser who is secondary focused. Their secondaries can pen us everywhere, actually, even its smaller caliber ones. Don't at me for DCPing one fire. I DCP'd it because we're in smoke. Now this is also a great example of how powerful our AP really is. Elbing AP, my friends. Elbing AP. Ultimately, we did lose this game because I did not do enough. I will state that fact. But those torpedoes and everything together, that was a nice little hit there. Alright guys, I'm going to get ready to do the outro for this video. I'm going to let you guys know that I will be producing as many reviews as I can. I have over 600 ships, so I'm going to pop out some reviews, give you guys some information, gameplay and clips every day that I can. Every other day probably right now, but yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. See you later, guys.